Hello everyone, welcome back to the series of tutorials on Python programming. I am Deepak Unyal, and in this tutorial I am going to share a very important and very interesting thing with you. So suppose you do not have a USB or pen drive and you want to transfer file over the local network, or you have some colleagues around you and you want to transfer files, right? So what is the best possible way? You have to take a pen drive or USB, then copy your files over that and pass it to everyone, right? So that is the one thing you can do. But now in this lecture or in this tutorial, I'm going to tell you one thing, that you can just run a command and transfer file over all the computers at once. Clear? So what you have to do, you need Python installed in your computer first. So you might be on any of the operating system, Mac, Linux or Windows. Try to install Python on your computer. You might have seen the way we have installed Python in our system. And then after that you can check the version of Python. You can do it like this, Python hyphen version, and this is 3.6.9 version of Python, right? So in this tutorial we are going to use simple HTTP server, and using that we are going to transfer file over the local network. So first thing to understand is what is HTTP server. So this is a process running on a system or a machine that listens for incoming request and serves web pages, or serves the request that is incoming request, right? So generally this method that we are going to use here is basic and for testing purpose, and it has very basic security features. It's my suggestion that you should not use this for production purpose, but you can use it for testing purposes and transferring file over the local network. So let's start. So first install the Python, and then what you have to do, you have to run a command here, python -m. If you are on Python 2 version, so you have to write simple HTTP server. So if you run this command, this will work for Python 2. But if you don't have Python 2 or you are running latest version, then you have to use Python 3 -m and then write HTTP dot server. So whenever you run this command, it will start a server, and then using that server you can transfer files. But before that, you should be knowing about your IP address, right? So I am clearing this. Now you have to use a command to know your IP address, and that is ifconfig. So when you run this command ipconfig, you will see a lot of text. You have to find out your IP address here, and I can see my IP address is 192.168.0.105. So you have to copy this. I have copied this. Now what you have to do, run that command python 3 -m, and after that http dot server. So after running this command, you can see server has started. Now just go to the browser. So this is just for educational purpose, so I will be showing you multiple IP addresses that you can use if you are transferring file in the local system, but that is not our purpose. On the other hand, if you are transferring file to some another system on the same network, you have to use another IP address that I have copied before, that is 192.168.0.105, right? So you can see here, you can copy this address 0.0.0.0 and then 8000, which is port number, right? So let's start with it. So 0.0.0 and then 8000. So here you can see this is the directory where I am running my Python script, right? You can also use some different addresses here. You can use localhost and then 8000, and again you can see you will get the same thing. Instead of localhost, you can also write 127.0.0.1, and port number will be same in all the cases. And here you can see you are again getting the same directory. But this is all for local system if you are working on the same system. But as I have told you earlier, we are doing this thing to transfer file from one computer to another computer. So you have to use the IP address you have copied from that place. So this is my IP address. If you are on some another computer, you have to use this IP address. If you are copying file from another system, then you have to copy the address of that system, right? Now run this again, and you can see here we have got the same directory. Now what you have to do, so just go to the Linux terminal. There are multiple requests that this server is receiving and then responding after that. You can also close this server. So I have interrupted this server right now. Now go to the browser and see if that server is working or not. And you can see this site cannot be reached because this server is not running now. So that is the first thing. Server should always run if you want to access something from that, right? So let's go to the terminal again and start the server. So I will run this command again, and now server is again running. So here is the directory in which we are running that command. Now you can copy on any of these files and you can see the content of that file. So here is the content of command line.py, and you can see the content because browser is able to open this. If browser is not able to open these files, so it will download the file directly. So I am clicking on this guess the number game, and as browser is not able to open this extension, it will download the file. And here you can see this file has been downloaded, right? Other than this, if you have some movies or any other files, maybe mp3 files or mp4 files, you can download all those files using this command. Clear? One thing you have to keep in mind, that the content that will be shown to another user will be the same content in which you are running that command. So I will interrupt this thing and go to some another folder. So let's go to the previous folder or previous directory, and here we have 4 folders, right? So start the server again. Server has been started. Now go to the browser. So now you can see we have a different set of folders or files because we are running that Python command or simple HTTP server from another directory, right? So you can click on any of them, and now we have 4 files here. Click any one of them, or it will either open the file or download it. So it has opened the file and it is a tutorial, so you can solve these questions. And if you want to download this, here is the download option, right? Similarly, second tutorial, you can also solve this. Pause the video, see the questions. So if these files are on your system, you don't need these Python programs. But if these files are on some another system, they need to run that Python script or Python command that I have told you. And using that command, you can transfer the files over the network. Clear? So I hope you found this tutorial very interesting. In future, I will come up with some more interesting things, so you can keep trying these things. If you have any doubt or query regarding any of these things, you want to ask any question, please write in the comment and I will surely respond back. So see you in the next video with some new concept. Till then, thank you so much.